Hello everyone. So don't mind my location and like the lighting, but I really wanted to film this video because I filmed the last one like 3 weeks ago, so I think it's time I film part 2. Okay, let me I can't see the list of dramas because of my eyesight and I don't want to go get my glasses, so let me zoom in on this. See this better. Okay, so I'm filming part 2 to Korean dramas that you must watch. So you should watch part 1 first. But anyway, in this drama we're gonna talk about, well, I'll say them one by one. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the other 7. I spoke about 7 the last time, and this time we're gonna talk about 7. No, actually 6, I think. Okay. So now this drama that I'm going to talk about first is a pretty recent one. It's on Netflix. And it's, from what I know, it's like pretty popular, so that's why I decided to watch it, and since it was on Netflix. It's called Memories of the Alhambra, and basically this drama it's kind of hard to explain because like you'll be so confused. At first, like this drama had me so confused, like don't even get me started, like it's so confusing, and I was so confused for like the first couple of episodes. I was like, I don't get this, I don't understand what's happening, but it's really interesting. Like don't let that throw you off. Like it's so interesting, and like like it makes you want to keep watching and watching. Basically the more you watch, the more you'll understand what's happening, right? And basically it's about this Korean girl, and she grew up in Spain with her family, but then her parents died, so she became an orphan, and she had to take care of her younger siblings, and she was raised by her grandmother. And then it's about this guy, yeah, and so actually her younger brother is Chanyeol from EXO. He plays her younger brother. But anyway, and then there's this guy, he's like the CEO of this like huge company, he's like really rich and stuff. And basically what happens is he ends up going to Spain, where she lives. He stays at her, cause she like has this hostel in Spain where people can stay at, and so he ends up staying there at her hostel, the CEO, because basically he's like looking for her brother, Chanyeol from EXO, and he's looking for him because he basically, like at the beginning of the drama, he calls, oh my god, I'm literally spoiling this, let me not do that, but basically he like travels to Spain and stays at her hostel because her brother, he like created this game, this like so her brother, he created this like game, it's like an AR game, augmented reality, so it's like virtual reality kind of, and it's like a game, and basically the CEO travels to Spain, Granada, Spain, and stays at her hostel because her brother told him to stay there because they needed to meet up about the game. But he never shows up, her brother. He like disappears for like a whole year. And so then the guy, CEO, starts playing the game, and he's trying to look for him, but then the game starts getting really dangerous because people start dying, and it's like this whole thing, and it's so confusing because you're just like, if it's a game, how are people actually dying? And it's like weird, and like where's the brother? I know it sounds like really confusing right now, but trust me, like it's so entertaining, and it'll keep you on your edge of your seat, and the ending isn't that great, but it's also not horrible. So I definitely recommend you watch it because it has like a lot of action and it's like, it's not your typical K-drama, alright? So if you don't like those like cheesy, cliche K-dramas, you will like this one because this one is not cheesy or cliche at all. So you will like it. So please watch it. Okay, the next one. See, that was so hard to explain, but I hope you got the point. The next one that I'm going to be talking about is called She Was Pretty. And it's a romantic comedy from 2015. I gotta know his age. From 2015. And it's basically about this girl and guy. And they were like childhood friends. And then later they end up meeting each other because basically like she contacts him, right? Saying that she wants to meet up with him again after so many years of not seeing each other. So then they end up wanting to go meet, but it was like basically a fail because he basically walks past her but doesn't see her because he doesn't recognize her. She looks completely different of when she was younger. So he doesn't recognize her and she runs away because she's like embarrassed because she sees that he's so attractive and she thinks she's so ugly with like frizzy, poofy hair and like freckles and stuff, and she thinks she's not pretty, and so she's like embarrassed and then runs away and hides. So then they couldn't meet up, and then they end up working in the same company, right? He's like the head of the company and like this magazine company or something, and they end up working at the same place, but he obviously doesn't know it's her. He doesn't know that she is his childhood friend, right? So it's like really funny, and like he's like really mean to her, so she doesn't like him because he's so mean to her. And she obviously tries not to expose herself because she doesn't want to know. She doesn't want him to know who she truly is, you know? But then, yeah, basically like he ends up finding out that she truly is his childhood friend, and he doesn't really take that he doesn't take those, how do I say this, he doesn't take that revelation that great. Like, he doesn't get happy, he kind of gets mad at her for doing that, but then they end up falling for each other, and yeah, it's really cute. I highly recommend you watch it. It's hilarious, but it has very touching parts that make you cry, and yeah, it's really cute and nice, like every K-drama is. Anyway, the next one is While You Were Sleeping, and this drama features a very popular actor, Lee Young-suk. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If I didn't, shoot me now. And the girl from Miss A, Susie. And I really like this drama a lot. And basically, to make it simple, it's like her and him and this other guy, the police officer. They have like the special ability that they can like foresee the future in their dreams. I know it's like crazy, but they can like see if like how they're gonna die in the future, if one of their family members is gonna die or something. Like they can see that in the future in like their dreams. So basically that's like the gist of the drama. And like right from the first episode, it starts like so much action and stuff that I was just like, whoa. Cause usually when the drama starts, it's kind of slow for it to get to the good parts, but this one starts off like right away, and I'm like, wow, it's really good. The next one is called I'm Not a Robot, and this one, is it on Netflix? I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not, but this one is so good too. It's from 2017, I think, and it's kind of weird at first when you like hear about it. It's like, that's weird, but that's what makes it so interesting. It's basically about this guy, and he has like this like disease or like allergy where like he can't come in contact with people because he'll have like an allergic reaction. I know, that's crazy. So he has to be like isolated alone in his house, in this mansion, because he's basically an orphan. His parents died, and he lives alone in this mansion. He's like rich too, but again, he's like the CEO of this company. That's like always the same thing with every drama, but he lives alone boyfriend's house, right? And then I don't remember exactly, but then there's this girl. I don't know if they meet, but I don't remember how they meet. But anyway, there's this girl, right? And her ex, she had a boyfriend. She broke up with him, and her ex, like, I don't know what you call it, but he like makes things like robots and stuff, and he basically makes this robot. And he's gonna send that robot to this guy so he can like test it out or whatever because of his allergy or something. And keep in mind, this robot was made in resemblance to the girl because the guy who made the robot was her ex. So he made the robot resembling her. And but then the robot has like a malfunction, so they have to quickly find out how they can fix this before sending it to the guy to test it out. So then, since the robot resembles the girl, she ends up acting like the robot and tries not to expose herself, right? She tries to act like a robot. And the guy tests her, right? And she's trying not to expose herself, right? And it's like a really funny drama, but also really sad, but also very cute. And you know what happens, like, he ends up finding out that she's really a human. And, well, he starts falling for her without knowing she's a human, right? She's a robot, but he starts falling for her. But then he finds out she's a human, so then they fall in love and all that jazz. But it's really cute, honestly. It's a really cute drama. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. I really suck at explaining things, I'm so sorry. The next one we're going to talk about is called My Idea Gangnam. This one, if you haven't heard about this one, I recommend you go now and watch it. It's so good. This drama is recent. It's like from last year. And it's based on a webtoon that was published by Neighbor Webtoon, and basically with the same name. And it's about this girl, and she like is not happy with her appearance. She thinks she's ugly, and she gets bullied in school and stuff. So then she ends up getting plastic surgery to fix her face, like nose job, lip injections, I think, like eyelid surgery, and I think a jaw surgery. I don't know, so many like plastic surgeries on her face. And it's successful. She looks really pretty, but she's like still very self-conscious with herself. She's like not confident and stuff, because she thinks people are gonna bully her for getting so much plastic surgery, and that does happen. People make fun of her for having so much surgery and call her plastic and fake and all that, and people call her Gangnam Beauty as an offense. And if you don't know what Gangnam Beauty is, basically Gangnam is a city in Korea, and it's famous for plastic surgeries. Like, people go there a lot to get plastic surgeries done. So when someone calls a girl a Gangnam Beauty, is offensive because basically it's saying that you're pretty just because you got plastic surgeries on your face. So yeah, that's why it's called My ID is Gangnam Beauty. And basically, I say basically a lot, I'm so sorry. Yeah, people make fun of her for having plastic surgery, but people also like her because she's so pretty. And then there's this guy. Actually, he is Unu. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Unu from Astro. I don't stand Astro, so like I'm not that familiar with him, but he's from Astro, the main guy in the show, and he is her childhood friend from middle school, and then they're in college together, right? And he like falls for her, not because of her appearance, but because of who she truly is. So it's like really cute, like wow, like everyone's making fun of her and stuff like that, and he's like, he likes her because who she truly is, and it's like so cute, and he like stands up for her and stuff like that. And it's really nice to a drama because it like teaches you that appearance is not everything, and no matter what, people are always going to talk bad about you. Like, if you look pretty or if you look ugly, people are always going to make fun of you, just better just to be you. And it's a nice, really nice drama, right? And you can see like her character development as the show goes on. So I definitely recommend it. The last one that I'm going to talk about is Because This Is My First Life. And this drama, it's a very simple drama. Like, it's not that complex. There's not much to it, you know, not big of a plot. But that's what makes it great. So, it's about this man, and he's single, and he's in his 30s, and this girl, and she's also in her 30s and single, not married. And he lives alone, right? And then she's like looking for a place to live, and she ends up moving into his house because he's like renting a room or whatever, so they end up being housemates. But like, you know, at first, like, the guy, he's not that talkative, and he's pretty cold and stuff, and like serious. But after a while, they end up warming up to each other, and they get married, but not by love. They got married because it was beneficial to them in some way. I forgot exactly the details, but then they end up like actually falling for each other, you know. And it's a very cute drama, and I highly recommend it. There's not much to it for me to explain, because if I explain more, it'll just spoil the whole thing. But that's all I have to say about that. So that's all the dramas that I got to talk about. Obviously there's other great dramas out there, but those are dramas that I've seen and I like, you know. Like, I can't really talk about other dramas that I haven't watched yet, so when I watch more dramas, I will make videos about them, because I love K-dramas. So those are dramas that you should watch. Some of them contain kind of like the same like plot, like the CEO guy falls for like the poor girl, but there's more to it, and these dramas are very unique and entertaining to watch. So hope you watch them. I'm acting really weird today. I don't know what's wrong, but hopefully you watch this video and like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.